Buenos dias, mi YouTube familia. Welcome back to a brand new episode. Your boy, again, is out running some errands because that's all I got, you know? Shit is not moving as quickly as I would have hoped. Unfortunately, I missed on recording my tech interview, but that's okay because that was the interview went fine. It was just one of those introductory interviews, but that place is a hot mess express, like the ladies like to say. Hot messes. Company, I want to say, had like between 25 and 50 employees, so it's still super in its like incubation stage. Only 20 plus customers across like 8 states, and it was selling a pretty cool piece of software, really kind of an app form for doing some like bite-sized trainings, and I liked it. It was pretty cool, but man, it was such an issue setting up this interview. Like, I went to Glassdoor.com to check out the reviews for the company. Glassdoor, if you want to, sponsor this video, go right ahead, let me know. But it was great. Like, they really had, for such a small company, it was nice to be able to go there and find some real raw reviews. And I say that because they were literally on both ends of the spectrum, either 4 or 5 stars or 1 stars. And I want to say probably the 4 or 5 stars came from like the executive team, because like everybody was just super stoked and happy to be there. And again, like this was when the company only had like 20 employees. And then you had the 1 stars, which were, I'm pretty sure, like the grunts, the account executives, the BDRs, if they even had a BDR, but like it just said how much of a shit show it was, that with so many different leaders trying to do different things and nobody was aligned on the same goal, it really made things difficult for anybody to do their job. And I saw that with just the recruiting side of it, getting my interview scheduled. Not like literally they're asking me when do you have availability. I let them know almost immediately. Days go by, I follow up, I'm like, hey, as you mentioned, you wanted to interview Wednesday, I do have this time slot available, does that work for you guys? And then finally they respond and they say yeah. Then like I don't get a text, I don't get an email of what this interview, like, are we Zooming? Are we FaceTiming? Like, what's going on? It's just gonna be a phone call. I get no feedback. So then I'm requesting feedback, don't hear anything. The interview time slot that it was supposed to be, don't get a call. And that's why I didn't end up recording it, because then I get a random call later and it wasn't even during the interview time that we had talked about. It was just like I said, hot mess express. Is it something that I'm going to continue to pursue? I don't think so, because of just how unorganized things are. Like, I'm down for a challenge. I'm down to wear multiple hats and do whatever it takes to, be successful somewhere. But just the fact that like you couldn't even do this accurately, like I can't imagine the non-existent help that I would get during like crucial times. So kind of unfortunate, because I really did like the product, the research that I did for it. I was already thinking of multiple different applications that they would be able to use this for, different customers that they would be able to target within the healthcare community. So yeah, like I said, super unfortunate, because I thought that this would have been a really cool platform to be a part of. But it is what it is, no big deal. I'm not giving up on the tech piece, but for somebody like me that doesn't really have, tech experience, it's definitely been one of those kind of tough environments to really like dig deeper into. I have at least networked with multiple account executives that are in the like business currently. They even have referred me into roles, which is cool, but so far nothing has panned out because there hasn't been like a remote role for where I'm at right now. And then the question is, like, are they going to be able to pay me what I'm asking for? Because with the lack of experience, I'm like, they're obviously going to lowball me, and I don't want to necessarily take a huge lowball unless like I can talk to enough people within that organization to feel comfortable doing so and taking like a small setback for an even larger step forward. So we'll see about that. And then when it comes to other pieces, like the interviewing and job hunt has been super stale. There's just not a lot that's out there, and it's not worrisome because I still have plenty of time. Here's the timer right here, like right there somewhere. So I'm not too worried about that. Like I still have time, but I'm a person that loves like action and to do things like quickly, and you know, it's not moving as fast as I'd like, as I've said before. So I am getting anxious, and that anxiety I am putting into other things, like looking for more opportunities, which is why tomorrow, so today is Thursday the 30th, and tomorrow I have an interview for a device role, and I'm really excited about that. I know different people that work at this company. I've gotten some really good insight on the different products, and I'm really going to shoot my shot on this one. And when I say that, I mean I'm going to lay down like my expectations and what I would like. I am at a point now where I make a really good, decent income, and I talked about what the package is here, so I have an idea of what the package is. And let me tell you guys, the base salary is $50,000. So we're talking, I'm going to take over a $100,000 pay cut when it comes to like your guaranteed salary for this opportunity. So for that to work, like I'm 100% coming in with some, you know, expectations of what I would want. And I'm hoping that the manager takes that like not lightly, but you know, likes the fact that I'm assertive and know what I want, because I honestly feel like this could be an awesome opportunity for him and I to work together. And I see an awesome future here just from the conversations that I've had with the reps that work there. And I have firsthand like knowledge from a rep that I am like I know him well, so I know that he's not giving me some bullshit answers. Like he's being really transparent with what there is to offer at this company, and I like that. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna shoot my shot, I'm gonna let them know what my expectations are, like that I would like a guarantee, all these different things, just so that he knows where I'm at, I know where they're at, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. And I feel like being assertive that way and coming in with that mature mindset, and I'm not just like some new rep trying to get in. Like I know my worth, I know what I've been making, and they're looking for somebody long term. I'm willing to give them that long term if they're willing to, you know, meet me in the middle as well. Like I'm not gonna ask for something way out of line, but like I would like to ask for things that really would work well for both of us. But let me run this quick errand real quick, and then I'll talk to you guys about the other opportunity. Yeah, just a couple of returns. Yo, Amazon is getting cheeky these days, or I'm like really, or it's always like something that my wife gets, but like, how is it that for me, it's always been super simple. You just show up to UPS, you scan the little thing, and you're good to go. But then like lately, almost everything that we've gotten on Amazon, on Prime, it's like customer pack, or you got to print off your own label, all that other stuff like that. Like, seriously, what is this? Man, you know, I don't know. Bitchin', first world problems, I guess, you know. But okay, the next one to let you guys in on, I'm finally supposed to, I've got, you know, I got the insider word, the knowledge that for AstraZeneca, I should be receiving an email here pretty soon to schedule the first hiring manager interview. And I found out why it's taken so long. So they're doing it in, I guess, stages of location, and they finished I believe it was Arizona or something. and then they just did Houston, and now they're doing Austin. So from my inside source, I should be receiving an email soon for that opportunity, which is awesome because, man, things have gotten stale. Like I said, like I haven't heard much when it comes to opportunities. And actually this morning, dude, do I have any lawyers that follow me that are like trying to transition? Because I need to know if there's a lawsuit waiting to happen, because I know by law, companies are required to post a job so that people outside have equal opportunity, outside of the organization, have equal opportunity to apply and get the role. I found out that a company posted their role. So if you go to their website, literally it was just yesterday, and online on LinkedIn, same thing yesterday. So it's like 20 something hours old. And I reached out to my contacts. I have somebody that works on the non-commercial side, reached out to them. They're doing some recon for me. Then I have a rep here that has a friend that works for the company in a different division here in Austin as well. And so she reached out to her and asked, hey, is this role available? And would you be willing to talk to one of my colleagues because he's been displaced? And then she said, yeah, let me take a look, but I'm pretty sure that role has already been filled. Already filled? It has literally just hit the public domain just now, like literally less than 24 hours ago. And sure enough, I go back to the website now and it says no longer accepting applicants. Like, is that fair? I understand that if you have internal candidates that are trying to interview for roles, 9 out of 10, I'd even say like almost 10 out of 10, you are not ever going to beat that person regardless, because it's just so much easier for the organization to transition somebody else into that role. But how is that fair to people outside of the organization? So that's why I'm asking. If there's a lawyer out there, let me know what the repercussions of this is. But this is just wild, like I'm somebody that's been displaced. I'm looking for opportunities. And then you're going to tell me in less than 24 hours, while I'm doing recon to put my resume at the top of this, somehow this role is already gone. No longer taking applicants, and the people that did apply will probably get some kind of BS interview that doesn't take them anywhere because they've already internally filled it. Which then takes me to another opportunity that I have. One of my colleagues went to a startup, and she is actually hiring on her team. I think she's awesome. We worked together at this last at Novartis. And I called her and I said, hey, should I apply for this role? Let me know. I'm not going to be butthurt or anything if you tell me like, no, Pierre, you're not what we're looking for. But basically what she told me is there are a lot of people applying for this job that have a ton of GYN experience because it's going to be women's health oncology. And that's what they're looking for. I don't have that in my background, so it's not as if I could come in and really outperform somebody that has those relationships already. And when you're a small company and you're trying to establish ground quickly, you need those relationships. So I'm not hurt by that. But she did say, like, if you want to interview for the role, because she's the manager, she won't interview me. She would pawn me off to somebody else to have an interview with me. But she basically told me, like, I will make sure that you get an interview. I mean, after having the conversation with her, I don't think I want a pity interview. I don't think for her, it's not a pity interview for me. Like, but that's what it is. Like, I'm just going to get an interview just to get one. Like, if I already know that they're looking for a certain type of person and like a certain type of experience, I'm not there yet, and I can't get upset about that. I'm only 33. I haven't been in this industry long, and people that are applying for these roles are like in their 40s, early 50s, and they have a ton of experience. I can't get upset about that. But like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Like, do you take a pity interview, or do you move on and do something else instead? Because like, do you want to waste your time with that just for the practice? I don't know. For me, like, I personally right now, I don't think it's a good option for me to just take that pity interview. But she did say, just with my mindset and looking at who I am as a person, like what other opportunities there could be for me. And I don't know. It's one of those where she believes that like my skill set would be wasted here, and she says here in the sense of like pharma, because I'm a big time outside of the box thinker, and I'm always looking for like different ways to penetrate accounts and you know, get access and all this stuff. And I don't know, I agree with her, which is why this soul searching has been so tough on trying to figure out where it is that I want to go next. I just don't know. And so I, like, personally, I had to let her know by today. I think I'm going to pass on the pity interview. I'm grateful that I can get an interview there if I wanted one. But I just don't feel like wasting their time. I feel like it's probably a waste of my time too, just knowing that what they're looking for, I don't qualify, and I wouldn't expect them just because they know who I am. I know who the director of sales is there too. She was at our organization, left to go there. Like, I can't expect somebody just because of the relationship I have with them to take a shot on me when they're this young. Maybe like in the next tier of hires, like, yeah, they could take a shot on me, but by then I would hope I'm off the market, you know? But I am at my next stop, so I will see you guys in a second. Awesome. Thank you so much. Just eating my anxiety and sorrows away. That's what happens. Does anybody else do like a little bit of sauce per bite, or do you just like smother it on? Because I'm a like, just put a little dab, you know, a little dab in you. Let me know. Here's some random dad / like homeowner advice, or like if you're in the process of building, make sure if they're putting rocks down somewhere that they use some awesome like barrier, like some kind of weed barrier, because this is some bullshit that I'm dealing with, and now I gotta buy some weed and grass killer that's growing through where the air conditioning unit is. Like, these are the problems of homeowners. And look at this nonsense. This 32-ounce bottle, which is visibly smaller than this 1 gallon, is $3 cheaper. Explain. All right, I'm back in the car, getting ready for the next errand, but I just got some big news. Not big news for me, but big news in general. One of the other guys that I worked with that got displaced, he's, of all the people that I know that like I am in contact with and, you know, developed a relationship with, he's the first person that I'm aware of that has officially landed his next role. And that's awesome. This guy's like a 27-year Novartis veteran. So we're talking, they let a guy that, you know, is almost as old as me when it comes to work years, they let him go. Like, that is baffling to me what Novartis did. It's just wild. But what's nice is, it kind of goes to show, since this has happened, out of everybody that, you know, I just said that I'm aware of, like, he's the first person. So it's not as if out of nowhere so many people are already starting their new jobs. Like, this is still very fresh and everybody is still in the process, and that's what I got to keep reminding myself. But the other amazing thing about that is he got a job at AstraZeneca, and it's within the same division that I'm interviewing for. So I've got another in. So not only do I have a rep in San Antonio that's helping me out, but I also now have him, who just recently went through that entire process. And that's what it's all about, baby. You know, you get to have conversations with the people that have gone through it so that you can really prepare yourself and just be ready. So that's very exciting, because I like to try to, you know, always put such a strong emphasis on like knowing what to expect, especially for like you guys, as well as just knowing what there is within the process so that I'm not caught off guard. And I believe that once this process gets started, it should go pretty quickly, and that's helpful for the other processes that I'm in, because I'm going to kind of leverage them across the board that way. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that that is the most current update that I just got while I was grabbing some weed and grass killer. I'm gonna go kill some shit when all this is done. But yeah, so if anything else comes up, I'll let you guys know. And as soon as I hop off, something else came up. My contact at the company that I was just talking about earlier that already closed their application process, he just got like my information into the system, and it shows on his side, at least internally, that the role is still open. So I am going to apply because I'm going to get a link through him, which is nice because it should move me up in the process. But I'm still going to do some recon because I got to figure out, like, I don't want to interview and waste my time if it really has already like been completed. I just, like when that happens, that's what that screams is an internal candidate applied for the role, got the role, and before getting the offer, they opened it up to everybody to be able to apply, and they're probably like throwing out the offer right now if they haven't got the offer already. So I'm going to keep doing some recon on that, but at least there, again, in big bold words, bam, network. You got to know people to get in to places. Even my manager, who's got so much experience, and like the dude is like overqualified for a lot of roles that he was applying for. If you didn't have somebody put you into the process, you're not even gonna get a call back. You're gonna get that stupid email that's like, oh, thanks for replying, we really like your stuff, but we're gonna move with other people, but keep us in mind for other future opportunities. Like, the fuck out of here. Stupid. This whole process is dumb. It sucks that you gotta know people, but do the networking. Don't be that person that, thinks that you're doing the hunt, you're looking for the job and applying for things, and so you feel like you've accomplished something, because you didn't accomplish shit. All right, just putting your application in and hitting quick apply, like, that's not accomplishing anything. I mean, yeah, you might find a job that way, but it's not gonna be an awesome job. So make sure you're networking. All right, call this video network. What a week. What a week. So I got no great news, nothing whatsoever. Right now on hold, I'm on hold with Bayer and AstraZeneca, still waiting on next steps, don't know what's going to happen. I was supposed to hear by today if the territory for Bayer was gonna fall within where I live, and nope, didn't hear anything. And as for AstraZeneca, I don't know. I'm on hold, just waiting to hear about next steps, and we are on a holiday weekend, so I probably won't even hear anything next week because everybody's gonna be playing catch up from taking time off probably today, which obviously I didn't because I was doing things and interviewing and stuff, and then probably taking some time off, like at least Tuesday off as well, to recover from your hangover. So that's where that's sitting. And then what I'm just now starting, so right before this video, a couple hours ago, I had my interview with Boston Scientific for an airway endoscopy opportunity. The manager, super cool. We chatted for a little while, and unfortunately, the role that is posted is a full rep role. He's thinking about reducing it down to an associate role, and obviously, yo boy, I make too much. I can't take that big of a hit. I'm not going back to become an associate. And he even said the same thing. He was like, man, it'd be a big red flag if you were like, well, I'm still down for the job. Like, obviously I'm not. So we had a great conversation. He steered me to a couple of other companies that might have some opportunities. And this morning, at the same time, I didn't want to double dip. I let him know that I didn't want to double dip, but Boston Scientific sent me, because I'm on their notifications, that there's another opportunity open. So now I'm doing my recon for that one. Reached out to 6, 7, 8 different people. Still waiting to hear back what's going on there to see if I could get a referral in, because what do I tell you guys? Networking is the #1 way to put your resume at the top of the list. He actually told me I did a really good job with my networking, that I was able to find him, ping him, and get his email, all of those things. So kudos to me, but yes, unfortunately, he's going to make that an associate role. He did let me know that if upper management decides to change things out, that I am going to be receiving another call from him, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I highly doubt that. If they could save money on the role and get the job done with an associate rep because they have enough strong reps in surrounding areas, then completely understandable, right? And then I just
So I am going to apply for that other role, but I'm not applying until I talk to a couple of people. Could that hurt me? Possibly, because other people are going to be applying. But hey, if you talk to the right person, then you get moved to the top of the list, then you know what? It doesn't really matter, because like I was telling you guys before, that other role that supposedly was closed, it's with BMS, and I am now in the process. So I did end up getting my referral link to apply for that role. I applied. I will let you guys know where we are there. And the only thing that I have scheduled on the books right now, next week, is completely open, except I do have another tech interview. Bam, your boy might be going to tech. Who knows? We're gonna see, again, another initial interview. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, so I wish you guys could see, like, it would be such a boring video just watching me like type away, researching and looking at different opportunities and looking at people that work at those opportunities, messaging them, trying to think of stupid, clever ways to hopefully they look at my message and respond. Like, it's exactly what you guys are doing. It's a grind, and it's a grind that will yield some positive results at a certain point, right? So that is what my week looked like. As you guys can tell, I am exhausted in the sense of mentally. Like, it was a lot today to, see what ends up happening, how some opportunities just get pulled out from under you, different things like that. And you can't do anything. You gotta play with whatever cards you're dealt, is the line, right? But it is what it is. That's my line. It is what it is. God has a plan. I'm gonna continue to try and figure it out. But obviously he has a plan that I just have to be tagging along on. And until that plan gets laid out, I'm over here checking all my resources and seeing what it is that I can do. But hopefully you guys enjoy this wonderful holiday weekend. I'm about to crack one. There you go. I'm not going to show it on there. I don't know about the demonetization and things like that. I'll have to look that up later. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you are still around, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, share it with a friend. I am on this journey with you guys because people are still, asking for consultation, still buying my resources, all those things, asking me questions. So I'm in it with you guys. I'm on that same grind. I am failing. I am getting success in some areas, but I have not landed the role yet. So hopefully you guys see how difficult this can be. So if you're in a job and you are thinking about getting into this field, this is difficult. But again, it's a little bit more difficult for me because I am on a higher level. I am looking for compensations that are in that 200K plus, different things like that. And so those reasons make it a lot more difficult for me to get another opportunity because I am competing with people that are twice my age, 1.5 times my age, have 10 plus years of the same type of experience, but that doesn't include all of their sales experience. They've got like 20 years of sales experience. So I am competing with some top dogs, okay? And I gotta show how I will be better than them. Whereas people that are trying to come in as an associate rep, like I promise you right now, if I applied for and this wasn't my resume, and I applied for 8 or 9 different associate roles, I would probably get 8 or 9 offers and be trying to pick which one I'm gonna go with. But that's not what I'm doing. I am way beyond the associate world. So I'm trying to show you guys, if you are in a professional career, making some top dollars and trying to get in here, or you are currently in a similar situation as me where either you were laid off or you're looking for another opportunity, just another grind that you want to get into, this is what it's going to look like. Now imagine if I had responsibilities and I was doing my job and trying to do this. That'd be tough as hell. But you guys get to see it. Hopefully this is, giving you guys the type of information that you're looking for. But regardless, thank you for being on this journey with me. I truly appreciate it. It is an honor to be hanging out with you guys in a room by myself.